Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Digimon World 3 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, after having successfully talked to Lisa again, after telling her that, hey, the Resistance is ready to actually help us do things, we have to make our way all the way back over to Amaterasu Mirage Tower in order to, attempt to do that. So instead, what we're going to be doing is showing off Tamer Genji's duel. The second one. This is here specifically to show off that every tamer actually has two different decks. Two different decks that they can play with. If you recall, the first time we fought Genji, he was pathetically easy because his biggest Digimon was, I think, either Palmon or Wormmon, which we were able to just absolutely run over. Now, his biggest Digimon is going to be something different.
Ooh.
See, he's playing even with most of his hand now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a handful of crap.
Oh, come on, the Flymon is good.
He's got even more crap on his hand than after taking a dookie in the toilet.
So, yeah, Genji is still the easiest opponent in the game when it comes to the card battle, but I did want to show off, at the very least, we do have enough charisma to actually fight his second form, meaning that we've actually shown off all four of Genji's encounters for the game. His tutorial fight, his first card battle, his second fight, and his second card battle deck.
Quite the exposition of cards. Of challenge. Except lack thereof. Alright, well, let's see how he does on this hand.
I will spoil it for you, Mr. Cloud. He's not going to have much more power. I think he gets up to 35 for this one.
Sweep him away, I say. Throw him into the garbage bin with the rest of his tiny-ass cards.
With our triplets of slugs. See, he's got Kabuterimon on. But yeah, he's got an assault armor, and I think he also has a beast energy, right? No, it's a Digimon charge. Okay.
24-16. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's because of the assault armor that he put onto his Kabuterimon. And then, boom, our Black King Numamon shows up.
Holy shit. Alright, and then he whacks us back, and we survive.
Yep.
It was a quick exchange.
A very quick exchange, giving us another 0-1A. Unfortunately, the second time that you second time that you card battle against opponents, although their decks are better, their prizes are not. Which is why it's not actually worth, why it's not actually worth farming on opponents unless you have the ability to farm on later opponents.
Well, it is nice to see that as we have been playing the card game inside of Digimon World 3, that we've been getting better, and that eventually along comes an opponent whose only reward to give us is just the satisfaction of beating him because he's the toughest opponent in the game.
That does happen. We will not be showing it.
Oh. Is it because he's really, really, really tough?
Yep. Also
see.
known as cheating.
Well, I mean, the computer is always cheating, Mr.
Yes, the
Gerda.
computer is always cheating, but it gets really fucking egregious later on with the card battles. So, we have returned back to Noise Desert because this is just outside of the Amaterasu Bai Hu City, and this is actually one of the more important wild encounters for Amaterasu West Sector. Griffinmon has the ability to drop Wind Power S, which is, as its name implies, the final form of the Wind Power accessories. And Wind Power is honestly one of the elements that most Digimon don't actually have that good of tolerance against. However, it's not as good as water or ice. So,
well, did we get it?
We did not.
Nope. Make some noise!
Another Griffinmon.
Peter Griffinmon.
Griffinmon is, although Griffinmon is primarily a physical attacker, Silpstorm does actually hit relatively hard. So there.
We're hitting him in the parts that are not so well armored.
By using Cyclone Turbine on his face.
Face, belly, knees. And he's still up, with a sliver of health.
Yeah, but we have more speed than he does. So there. Waha. So what's new in the world of Cloud as we attempt to get through our next major story segment?
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some Digimon World 3. I have been learning some new music. Let me share with you a little insight that I've had as I've been expanding my musical repertoire, as it were. The ear, of course, is integral to music, unless you're like a Beethoven and you have to feel the vibrations in order to appreciate the sound. When I hear the key of G, I know it's G. When I hear the key of F, I kind of can spot right away that's F. When I hear the key of F sharp major or B major, that's when I start running into recognition issues, because oftentimes I confuse F sharp major with G major, and I confuse B major with C major. So as much as I like to think that I'm learning, I find myself at quite a challenge at just more immediately being able to recognize the sound for what it is. Like, one of these days I'm going to be on a game show, and I'll have to listen to the song for about 5 seconds, and then the announcer says, okay, what key is the song in? C.
Isn't F sharp major just F? Isn't F sharp major just F?
No. Bro. There are 12 classical composers that would want to hold you down and stomp you to the ground for saying that.
Yeah, sure.
F is
but
F,
the thing is, Mr. Cloud, I was always under the impression that major and sharp were opposing octave shifts.
No. Major is just a mode. So when you say, but that's another subject entirely. What I'm saying is F sharp and F is F. There's a half step difference, but there's a reason why that distinction exists.
So F sharp major is 1/2 step up and then 1/2 step from that down.
So it's a half step up from F major and it's a half step down from G major, and it's because of that closeness to the key of G that my ear gets confused a lot of times.
Okay.
So as I try to fill up my songbook full of a lot of songs that are all in just one key or another key, and I have 12 pages of these, it's getting a little trickier for me to spot some new songs to try and add, especially if I just let them slip them by. It's like, oh, I don't want to learn that. It's in the key of G. There's 12 billion songs in the key of G these days.
Oh, look, another Griffinmon.
Yay.
Alright, so we're fighting the Bai Hu Chief here, and the Bai Hu Chief is actually effectively as difficult as the Amaterasu Suzaku Chief was. Zuchu. And it's one of these smaller problems that I have for this part of the game, to be perfectly honest. The AoE chiefs are all scaled to each other instead of where you end up fighting them in the story. You would expect the Bai Hu and Zhuangwu chiefs to actually be much more difficult than the King Long chief, but to be perfectly honest, no, they aren't. They're about the same. They're about the same level of difficulty. As Annotations Garden mentions here, I'm supposed to be as afraid of Silpstorm as I am of Dark Elemental, but either its base power or its critical variance is just not nearly as terrifying as Dark Elemental is. And Ibidramon 2 is actually primarily a melee attacker, so we can just so we can, leverage our significantly higher than we're supposed to have speed in order to more or less negate all of its damage against us.
Gligar?
No. Gligar is a flying scorpion. This is a not supposed to be flying lobster.
You're right. It is a lobster. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
that's how you fight in the
since
WWE.
Is he not supposed to be flying lobster, he does actually have some significant level of machine tolerance. So
now entering the ring, while also passing along notes to the cameraman to get the perspective right. Digimon is about to make his claim for the champion's belt.
And he lost because he is just not supposed to be flying lobster. Have you ever actually seen Godzilla vs. Abidra?
Godzilla versus the giant lobster?
Yes. Well. To be perfectly honest, the movie is actually called Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, but the Sea Monster is Ibidra. So.
Godzilla versus the one-eyed monster.
That's not Biolante, because Godzilla versus Biolante is the giant plant. So.
No, I am told, now that you mention it, that the Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie from 1998 actually has really solidified itself as a cult classic for being so bad it's good, but also quite the entertaining romp.
It can be, especially when it tries to, turn into Jurassic Park. But it spends like the first half an hour trying to build tension and failing to do so. So.
Yes, build up and pay off. Quite the challenge.
All right, here we are once again
Super
trying to spend
punch.
some more TP on super training.
All right, get your pencil and paper
Ouch.
ready. How many? Yep. All right, attempt number 2. Are you paying attention, everybody? This is your life, and it's going by one reloaded save state at a time.
Yeah, 2. Ouch.
Dang it. Take 3.
Ouch.
Take 3 again.
Alright, there's 1.
You know, Akumamon,
There's
you've
2.
inspired me. I'm going to go find a punching bag, and I'm going to go work on my
right.
calluses.
Here we go. How many reloads on this Ultra Training Chance are we going to have to go through, Mr. Cloud? 2.
2.
3.
3.
4.
4.
Hey, only 4 that we showed.
Nice.
I was here for half an hour.
Jesus Christ. Well, was it worth it?
Yes. I know it doesn't sound like it was worth. I know it doesn't sound like it was worth it, but we've effectively maxed out our strength now. So when we actually go and punch things, our Grappleomon is doing significantly more damage with it.
Oh my God! The broccoli aliens from Powderpuff Girls have come.
I don't remember that particular episode.
Well, I mean, surely you've seen at least one cartoon episode growing up where they encourage you to eat your vegetables.
And then in order to actually keep the kids' attention, it turns out that the broccoli was actually magical antagonists.
Oh, they're magic, all right. So that it was some kind of like mind control plot where the broccoli aliens invaded Earth, but then because nobody was eating the broccoli, that they were able to promulgate and spread their influence. And then the Powerpuff Girls, with an abundance of hot molten cheese sauce and fondue, had dumped cheese all over the broccoli, thus making it fun, delicious, edible, crunchy, and nutritious.
And another Cherrymon. Like
No,
the most
leave me
recent experience
alone.
I've had with Powerpuff Girls. Specifically, I went out to go find the band musical episode for it, and I actually did enjoy that quite a bit, to the point where it almost got me to go and watch Mob Psycho 100.
Was that the communism episode?
No, it's rumored to be the communism episode, but it's although it has communist themes, it's a mind control plot.
Right, just like communism.
Communism is not always on mind control plot, Mr. Cloud. Yeah. Anyway, in the next episode, we will get ourselves up to the north sector part of Amaterasu in order to continue our hunt for the rest of the ID passes. Be safe, everybody.